Let's just cut straight to the chase. Inside the Ron Method, you are guaranteed to become the most fit, healthy, confident version of yourself you have ever fucking seen. It will allow you to see visible results very quickly. Now, I'm not talking overnight like a plastic surgeon, but you can expect de-bloating in your face and your body just within the first week alone. Look forward to losing up to 10 pounds and having your love handles visibly smaller within just the first 2 weeks and breaking through any plateaus holding you back. Number on the scale, stop moving and you're not sure what to do? I got you. Energy and sleep suck. I got you. Expect noticeably better improvements in those areas by week 2 without adding any crazy additional amount of time to your week. I know what I told you sounds a little nuts. Like, you're probably thinking, how do I even know this is real? I would think the same thing. You know it's real because you're gonna see names like Cam Casey, Parker from Vehicle Virgins, Joe from Supercar Connections, all coming through the program getting the results we just talked about. You will bleed, I mean bleed with confidence from your inside out, from your social, your dating, and overall quality of life. Expect to optimize things like your testosterone naturally. I took mine literally naturally from 500 to 1,000, okay? Your libido, your inflammation, your gut health, all these things play a role and a factor in even how your overall skin quality looks. So that being said, that's finally gonna give you the measurable confidence that you need to carry that in and outside of the bedroom to do something as simple as take your shirt off. I used to literally be scared to take my shirt off anywhere I go because I looked like shit, man, and you could probably feel the same way, but now it's a totally different story. I'm at the beach, I'll walk around shirtless all day, I'll walk up to girls, cold approach, just being confident in being me. Imagine receiving immediate respect from others, walking in a room without even having to say a word because your fucking body demands it. People know what it takes to get a body like that, to get a result like that, and it's immediate respect. Doesn't matter if you're at a bar, if you're at an office, if you're at a fucking family reunion, that shit automatically demands respect. We literally have a 90-day guarantee because we consistently and predictably deliver those exact results. If this doesn't do what it says, you don't pay. I've spent over a decade of trial and error learning stuff so you don't have to. I mean, shit, unless you want to, bro, then by all means. Now look, if you just told me what I told you at the beginning of my journey, I would literally say, where the fuck do I sign up? As long as I knew, number one, that it works, and number two, how it works, which is exactly what I'm gonna accomplish in this video. If you have any more doubts, you can see all these other transformations. Take a look at Eric. He came in working a 9 to 5, super stressed out, depression, ADHD.
I've been working with Ron for just over 2 months now, and I've lost over 20 pounds. You're talking through things like nutrition, you're talking through mindset. He's not just handing you a workout and letting you run with it, saying like, if you do this, you're gonna lose some weight. It's really making sure that you're forming the habits that you can take with you beyond just the program and the time that you're working with him. So that's something I've really appreciated.
Came into the program, got off all of his medicine, lost 10 pounds within his first 2 weeks, 20 pounds within his first 12 weeks, and finally gained the confidence to do something he's never been able to do before, which is walk around with his shirt off at the beach. Eric lives in Miami. It's beautiful, it's sunny out there. Why wouldn't you want to be able to take your shirt off and show off what you've got?
Dude, this is only 5 weeks. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a huge difference actually.
Your side profile is looking way fucking better. You're feeling good. You're sleeping good, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm sleeping good.
Your energy, is it better or worse or the same?
My energy's good throughout the day. Yeah.
Okay. You gonna take your shirt off and look all sexy on the beach or what?
And that's just one case study. Take a look at John. He came to me in a toxic relationship, kind of found himself in a rut, not really working out much, but he knew he had it in him because he used to work out years and years ago, but he just needed the proper direction and support, which is exactly what the Ron Method gave him. Take a look at Carl. He was stuck at a plateau, weighing the same, looking at the number on the scale, not moving at all, becoming unmotivated. He came to me simply wanting to lose 20 pounds, and that's exactly what we accomplished. Or take a look at Cam. Cam came to me with a massively inflamed gut. I'm talking the dude ate and went to the bathroom 10 minutes later. Couldn't even sit through a full date without blowing his shit out in the bathroom.
I did not think that I would see results as fast as I did and as immediate as I did. Ron really put me into check and made me accountable with my eating and with my habits and going to the gym, and I was sending him my meals every single day. It's also just made me more disciplined all around in life.
We got him fully de-bloated, cured his inflammation, lowered his body fat, and got his muscles and abs popping for the first time in his life. Or take a look at Joe, take a look at Parker, take a look at Jason. And these are just a few examples of people that have come through the Ron Method and left with massive success and confidence. And the best part about it is they actually learn. So they take everything I'm giving them, all the protocols, all the skills, all the support, and they take that with them for the rest of their life, because again, this is a lifestyle, not a fucking cycle. And if that wasn't enough, we have a 90-day happiness-based guarantee where if people don't see the results we just talked about, they do not pay. Look, I have no benefit to sell you something that doesn't work because of my guarantee. So first and foremost, this is real, this is working, and people just like you are getting the results we just talked about right now. And look, if that's enough for you and you want to hop straight on a call, I will personally show you exactly how this works and how we're going to fit it into your lifestyle. You can just go straight to the description below, fill out an application, we'll hop on a free call, game plan and discuss where you're at with what your goals are, what you've tried in the past, and most importantly, why it hasn't worked. From there, we'll strategize throughout the whole call and come up with a game plan by the end of it, knowing if we're a good fit to work together. And if that's the case and you want to move forward that day, let's fucking do it. So if that's all you need, just go book a call with us right now. We'll get you onboarded into the Ron method, making results and progress within your first week. Now, if you want to see why this works and get to know a little bit about me, that's what I'm going to explain in the rest of this video. I imagine you value your time just like me, so I'm going to give you an overview in this video, go over it pretty quickly, and give you the quick version of why this works. However, if you want the in-depth explanation on how these mechanisms work exactly, feel free to shoot me a DM or we can discuss it further on the call. But let me tell you why the Ron method actually works so well and allows people to not only see results so much faster, but save time on trial and error while completely transforming their body and confidence. Because I know so far this sounds like you'd have to completely overhaul your entire life to make this work, but you don't. It's actually not that complicated, it's not that sexy, it's quite simple. So let me explain. First off, my name is Aaron Loy and I'm the creator of the Ron method, and over the course of the last decade, I've helped men just like you go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed with information overload to bleeding with confidence from the inside out, demanding respect without even having to speak, using the protocols and mechanisms inside the Ron method. There was always one problem that stopped me and all my clients from achieving their goals. Now, what I'm about to tell you sounds quite simple, and that's because it is. But do not let that fool you, because once it clicks, you're gonna understand why everything you've been trying has not been working. You're here for one reason, and that's to get you to your end goal or destination. Now, you wouldn't drive to a place you haven't been to before without GPS, right? And unless you've made that trip and already found success, I'm going to safely assume that isn't you, considering you're watching this video. So why would you approach your health and fitness any differently? Especially when you factor in how unique and diverse every one of us is. What works for your black friend that gets jacked off doing a few sets of curls and a couple sets of bench press is not gonna work for your white ass, bro. Trust me. One thing we can agree on though, you're always gonna need a vehicle to get you to your destination as fast as possible. Unless you wanna spend a decade trying to figure it out on your own like I did, by all means, take that walk. But whether that's you grabbing the wheel yourself and driving the Ron method full speed ahead, or me throwing you in the passenger seat, holding your hand every step of the way and taking you there myself, we are getting you to that end destination, I promise. I exhausted years of trial and error, and it gives me fucking flashbacks thinking about how inefficiently I was doing things. But I'm grateful for every single experience, every failure, because that's what led me to develop exactly what the Ron method is today. And here's what I found. The problem always, and I mean always, came back to the same two things: direction and support, and more specifically, data. No clear direction meant I was in a constant cycle of being stuck, doing things, but doing the wrong things. And without support, I'd make progress, doubt myself, and fall off. Yo, do you know what analysis paralysis is? It is the worst. If you struggle with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'd research everything and never commit to anything and start over time and time again. It's like the midnight bug, right? You get this random burst of motivation. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do all your goals. One night you wake up and it's all fucking gone. And that's not just my story. That is every single client that's ever came to me. No direction, no support, no data to make decisions off. And listen, until those things are solved, nothing else matters. So you're probably thinking right now, okay, Ron, this sounds great, but what does this actually look like? What are we actually going to be doing? And I can spend the next hour breaking down every single mechanism, every single protocol, what you want to look for in your blood work, what to test for in your blood work, but I'm not going to do that to you right now. Let's save that for later. For now, I want to show you a peek inside the Ron method. Think of it like this. You know what a CPA is? An accountant, right? Someone who tracks your finances. Now, what is a CPA without spreadsheets? Absolutely nothing. Unemployed. They're just opinions. And that's exactly what someone is, trying to get in shape without data. Someone just guessing, hoping that something sticks. That's exactly what you'll learn inside the Ron method, is what to track, how to track, and when you have that information and data, what to actually do with it so you continue making progress week after week. And don't worry. Tracking data is not forever. It's just phase one. Once we get you to your goal, phase two is all about keeping it and sustaining it and just making it a habitual part of your routine. Because this is a lifestyle, not another cycle, right? Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. Let's go. All right, let me pull this up and show you exactly what it looks like inside the Ron method. So this is Trainerize. It's the platform I use with every single client I work with, and it's completely free when you come on board. Think of it as like your all-in-one home base. So everything lives here, your nutrition, your calories, your training program, any docs or resource I send you. So it's one place. There's no confusion about where things are or what you're supposed to be doing. Now, let me show you a couple of things we track every single week because remember, data matters. So take a look at this. My client Eric went from 180 all the way down to 157 in just 3 months. Now, what I want to show you here is something a lot of people don't know about, and it's the reason that so many people quit when they're actually winning. They just don't know it. Okay, so you see how a few weeks in, I think this is week 3 right here, Eric actually stops losing weight and gains a little weight. The scale doesn't move. Sometimes it even goes up slightly, and that's when people think they're fucking up. But in reality, they're not. They're just holding water over fat that's already gone. So what we do is we run a specific protocol that signals to the body to release that water, and within 1 week, Eric dropped another 2 pounds. That's the whoosh, and if you don't know what's coming, you panic or you quit right before the breakthrough. This is exactly why we're tracking weight over time, not day to day, but trend over time. It is so important. It tells you when your body is working and when we need to make an adjustment. So the scale is a tool. We use it to identify plateaus and break through them. Okay, second is progress photos. So the scale will lie to you, but photos won't. Your body composition can be changing completely, right? You're losing body fat, you're putting on muscle, looking totally different, and the number on the scale might barely budge, and that's fine. But photos show what's actually happening when the scale isn't telling the full story, right? So this is why we take them every week from the front, from the side, so we always have something real to compare against. Take a look at Eric when he very first started. Look at his front shot. He had clear bloating, he had love handles hanging off his hips, and now look at this. This is literally 12 weeks. And his arms are jacked, they're defined, his love handles are slimmed. Now we could spend all day here going through all my past clients and current clients, but I'm just gonna show you Mike. I just onboarded him recently, and already in his first 2 weeks, just a little over 2 weeks, he's already down 10 pounds. Now, how we actually feel, this doesn't actually live in Trainerize, it lives in real conversations, right? So every single week, my clients fill out a mandatory in-depth check-in form before our call, and it measures things like energy, sleep, effort, overall quality of the week, and more. Because at the end of the day, if you're feeling better, that's progress too. It's not always about the number on the scale. Like here, this is Eric texting me about his energy. This is another client talking about their sleep turning around within the first 2 weeks. This is the part that actually matters most because the goal isn't just to look different, right? It's to feel different every single day. And in terms of how we communicate, that's completely up to you. Some of my clients prefer just our weekly check-in call, and that's it. Others want daily communication, so texting me directly or going through the app is totally fine. Either way, I'm here. You decide what makes sense for you.
Like, why me, Mari? And was there something specifically maybe on my page that made you buy?
I actually listened to all your recordings that you posted on Instagram. When you talk to your client, I feel like you're very detailed and I can tell that you know what you're talking about. And I can see that you're very passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
Even in your daily life, because I've seen you not working. So I feel like you actually apply it to yourself.
I'm a little bit nervous about as I leave for Europe on Wednesday night.
That's perfect.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna like stay consistent, you know?
One of my clients just left this weekend out of the country as well, and we literally game planned like his whole entire week. It's not going to be an issue at all. Like, let's just move the body. We're not trying to progress on vacation, homie. We're trying to just keep what we have. We don't want to regress. That's the biggest thing. You can easily get through and maintain just fine. The number one thing we're making decisions and progress off of is data, okay? So we don't have the data, we can't make any decisions. I don't want you to waste your time, and the only way you're ever going to waste your time, Mike, is if you don't give me the data. I would rather you give me the data and fuck off than fuck off and no data. We're never going to do anything without it. Your skin's your biggest organ. That's how you're absorbing your vitamin D. There's Leydig cells inside of your testicles. They get stimulated from vitamin D that produce the testosterone. You are going to simply just get familiar with everything I'm giving you, get familiar with the grocery list, get your meal preps ordered, get your supplements ordered, get your blood work to me, and we'll kind of like start analyzing everything. Week 1, the only thing we are going to do is focus on food. No exercise, which means no weights, no nothing. The only form of exercise we'll be doing for the first 7 days is walking 10,000 steps per day. So in addition to the things you see here on this list, those are a couple of the main metrics that we use for data to track, right? So weight is going to help us track trends and break plateaus, photos to see what the scale can't tell you, and how you feel, because that's the real measure of whether this is working, right? And if you're sitting at a plateau right now with no idea why, that's not a discipline problem. That is a data and a direction problem. And that's exactly what the Ron method solves. Now, we can get into deeper detail like blood work, but to be honest, I prefer to keep that information private to each client, as I'm sure they do as well. Now, back to the video.
All right, we're back. So you're already thinking about getting in shape, right? Or maybe you're just sitting there waiting for a sign. Well, hello, motherfucker. What do you need, a dumbbell to fall out the sky and hit your piece? Because I guarantee you get these results or you don't pay. So do you want them or not? Worst case scenario, we get on, we look at exactly what you're doing right now, find where all the gaps are, and just point you in the right direction. That's it. No pressure, no hard sell. And I'll be honest with you, if we don't believe we can get you results, we're not gonna take you on. Simple as that. Because if we can't deliver, you're going to refund, we're gonna waste each other's time, and nobody wins. So we only take on people we know we can help. Best case scenario, we find exactly what's been holding you back, plug the Ron method right in, and you start seeing results literally within your first week. And if you don't get the results we talked about in this video, you don't pay. So what's there to lose? Think about where you are right now. Maybe you've been thinking about trying something for months, or maybe you've already been doing something and deep down inside, you know you aren't getting the most out of it. Even if you're losing a little weight, you literally could be losing it 2 to 4 times faster with complete clarity on exactly what's working and what isn't. Because here's what the Ron method actually does. It takes every single thing that's been holding you back, the plateaus, the nutrition, the confusion that's been all over the place, the lack of direction. We throw all that shit in a box and smash it in. No more. What's left is a stupid clear system that's built around you specifically. And when all that data is coming in each and every week, the progress stops becoming a guessing game. You'll see exactly what's now working and double down on it, and you'll take what hasn't and eliminate it. And the meal plan will remove every ounce of guesswork from your nutrition. You'll know exactly what to eat, exactly how much, and why. No more opening the fridge and making a decision you know you're gonna regret. No more wasting money eating out because you didn't prep. Simple and repeatable. And the best part about it is it doesn't add a crazy amount of time to your week. I'm busy as fuck, just like I'm sure you are. And I can even find 3 to 5 hours a week to put into this to make sure that I'm taken care of. Is that too much for you? Now, let me be real with you about what's possible here. Our clients completely transform. Body composition, gut health, hormones, confidence, social life, dating life, all of it. And this isn't just for people who are trying to lose weight. I personally started out skinny as hell, had no idea how to train, how to eat, how to have a lifestyle around my body type. And I put on over 65 pounds of muscle that truthfully should have taken me a fraction of the time it did if I knew exactly what I was doing from the start. So whether you're trying to drop 30, 40, 50 pounds, or you're a hard gainer who cannot seem to put on size no matter what the fuck you do, we've done it and we'll do it with you. Most of you who hop on the call are gonna take the system, run with it, and never look back. But for the few of you that need it, I will personally carry you to the finish line, walk you through every single phase, make sure you don't slip. That is my commitment to you. So let me ask you something. If you could completely transform your body, feel more confident than you have in years, have your dating life improve, walk into rooms differently, finally take your shirt off without thinking twice, and you could start that process literally today, like same day after this video, why would you not take us up on this? After this video, you book the call, we get on, we look exactly what you've got going on, what your goals are, what you've already been trying, and what's really fucking you up the most, what's getting in the way the most. From there, we'll tell you already what you're doing well, where the gaps are, and how we're gonna take the Ron method, plug it in, and fill those gaps. If we don't think we can guarantee your results, we'll tell you straight up. But if we know we can help you, we're gonna tell you that too. And then it's simple, you're in. We'll get you onboarded same day, prep you. I will send and tailor a custom lab panel to go get your blood work done with, because making decisions without knowing your baseline is like driving without a GPS. Hormones, thyroid, insulin sensitivity, most people have never even looked at this data. But I wasn't able to double my testosterone until I started looking at these things and actually plugging in things, seeing what worked, seeing what doesn't. And once we understand this baseline and we start treating this baseline, that's when everything changes, and that's when you start making progress immediately. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been doing this for over a decade, and we can literally get you going same day you book. On top of that, we have real results, real transformations from real people you can look into. You've already seen some of them in this video. That's what happens when people stop waiting. They take initiative, take action, and just book the call. Look, I don't want to hype this up any more than I already have. You can see the potential right there. And that's potential we guarantee. You have an entire quarter to make sure this is the real thing, and I promise it is. So go below this video right now, fill out the application, we'll get a free call on the calendar and take it from there. And if you're the type of person who needs every detail before making a move, I respect that. There's a full FAQ section at the bottom of this page in the description that would cover everything you'd want to know. But on that note, that's all I've got for you in this video. I'm genuinely so fucking proud at what we've built in and around the Ron method. And I'm telling you right now, it is the most fulfilling thing in the world, seeing these guys transform their lives from where I used to be and where they're at now and where you're at, to watching them transform into the most confident, happy version of themselves they've ever seen. That never gets old. And remember, everything happens for us, not to us. You didn't just happen to stumble across this video for no reason, so take this with intention and take action. I can't wait to see you on the other side. This is Ron, and this is the last program you'll ever need, and that's a guarantee. I'll see you on the other side.